we're back. Let's bond with our homies. Who's out over here? Fee? I like Fee. Fee, what's going on? Why are you sitting there wearing only one sock? The sole of one of my boots came off while I was walking, and now my foot kind of hurts, so I'm taking a break. Well, after all those boots have been through, can't really blame them for giving up the ghost like that. Is your foot going to be okay? Once I've rested a bit, sure. I'll get the boot fixed up after that. You can just keep walking. Wait, how does she think she's going to get to that tailgate without footwear? Is she just going to roll down this hill? Okay, foot's feeling better now. Off we go. Hold up, Fee. You're not actually planning on walking there with your foot like that, are you? Might as well. I'm used to this kind of stuff anyway. Well, maybe so, but you still shouldn't be walking around on it like that. What if you step on something sharp on the way? What do you want me to do then? I guess I'll be the gallant knight here. Yeah. Just an excuse to feel up our little buttocks. Here we go. What's up? Did it start hurting again? I'm fine. Just kind of amazed, really. Don't think anyone else would have offered a piggyback ride in that situation. Huh? Don't worry about it. Into the store we go, my steed. Sorry, but the Pony Express stops here. Upon reaching the tailor, Reen asked them to fix up Fee's shoe for her. They were told it would be a quick process, so they had to look around the store in the meantime. Oh, hey, they got Stragas here. You're pretty fond of this brand, aren't you? Sure am. Seems like they've only got formal wear here, though. Would have been up for buying some new sneakers if they had any. I don't see you prancing around in formal wear anyway, to be honest. How long have you been a fan? Since you were in Zephyr? Yep, the boss bought me a pair for helping me out with something. That was the second present he gave me, in fact. Oh, what was the first then? The name Classel. That's a present I'll never let go of either. There's no one else in the world who can give me that, after all. I know how you feel. Dad welcoming me as a proper member of the Schwarzer family meant the world to me. So yeah, let's keep our appreciation for that close to our hearts. Speaking of things from the past, I was actually reminded of the boss when you were giving me a piggyback ride. Huh? He did the same for me not long after bringing me into Zephyr. Stuff like that's what made him feel like he was actually my real dad. Fee. There's something else I realized too. You remind me of the boss, but you're not actually him in the end. Just like Class 7 isn't the same family that Zephyr was. Even though both are important to me. I'm not the same person I was back then either. I don't want to sit around and be protected all the time anymore. Yeah, that's right. We're all in this together, Fee. Supporting each other's the obvious way to go. Yep. And I'm going to use all I learned from my old family to do just that. Thanks, Reen. Not at all. Took a little more time before their order was ready, so the two wandered in the store for a while longer. Once it was that they saw that Fee's shoes were good as new. Where can I buy weapons at? Christie's Galleria? Here's my weapon, sure. Tricorn. We'll get it because tricorns are cool hats. Hey Emma, what you doing out here all alone? What a peaceful place. It was during our field study, of course, but it's nice to see that this is still the case. This piece could be a recent development, though. These past 3 weeks might not have been so kind. They certainly haven't been kind to Eustace. Still, there's not much we can do now except rest and recover when we need it. And we need it. This does seem like a nice enough place to rest, to be honest. Hey, would you mind if I sat with you for a while? Not to steal your idea or anything, but this does seem like a nice spot to take a break. I certainly thought so. Please, make yourself comfortable. It's nice and quiet here. Not too cold either. Don't think I've been able to sit back and relax like this in a long time. My eyes feel so heavy. Must be more tired than I thought. Reen? Looks like he fell asleep. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. He must be exhausted after Aurochs Fort. In that case... I must have fallen asleep. On something nice and comfy, no less. Yeah! Hello there, sleepyhead. Emma? Whoa! The legendary lap pillow. Emma? Why was I on your lap? Did you sleep well? Best sleep of my life. Don't change the subject. Well, let me apologize. I really didn't expect to end up sleeping on your lap like that. I'm the one who put you there in the first place, so no need to think about apologizing. I couldn't leave you to sleep on a cold, hard bench after all. One of my duties as a witch is to support you. Just think of that as another form of support. That's kind of a stretch. I would appreciate it if you'd let me do this much for you at least. It's all thanks to both you and Valimar that Berea Heart's regained peace. In fact, I believe we've managed to come as far as we have thanks to your efforts. I don't know about that, Emma. You're forgetting that I had all of you. I've been able to push myself through all this because of the people who chose to stick by me. Besides, I never would have come across Valimar in the first place if it weren't for your guidance. You think of us that much, Reen? Or you think that much of us? Well, yeah, we've still got a long road ahead of us, right? That road will eventually lead us to Crow and Vita. So, sorry, but you're still stuck with us, Emma. We need your support now more than ever. I can live with that. I'll do everything in my power to help both as your friend and as your class president. And as your lap pillow. Your bond with Emma strengthened. Okay, I want to go chill with Laura for a bit. I'm going to go do a Laura thing. I wonder why Laura's going out to the canyon alone. I know she can handle herself just fine, but still. I've got some time on my hands, so let's go check on her. Laura? Ah! Laura? Hey, are you alright? Why would you jump in there when it's this cold out? Oh, I see you've come along too, Reen. There's no need for concern. It's cold but refreshing. She seems like she's okay. I know she's used to winter swimming, but we're at the coldest part of the year right now. Does she want to clear her mind or something? That raises the question of what could be troubling her. Laura finally came ashore after spending a little more time in the water. Realizing she would be freezing, Reen made sure he had a towel ready for her. My apologies. Perhaps it was a bit much to try my hand at swimming during this time of the year. It really was. It's something up. I know you're fond of swimming, but doing something like this out of the blue isn't like you. See? Sorry, but you're gonna have to let me dry your hair off at least. Very well then. Aw, she's so shy. Having dried off her hair, Reen left Laura to finish drying off otherwise and get changed. In the meantime, he headed back to town to grab her something warm to drink. Thank you for your consideration, Reen. I've warmed up plenty now. See, it was worth me fussing over you. Want to head back to the Courageous? You could catch cold if you stay out here. No need, I'm fine. As you know, I'm used to this. I'd like to apologize for worrying you, however. Well, I wasn't too worried, it's you we're talking about. So, did you bring that swimsuit from Thor's or something? Yes, actually, I found it in my luggage after leaving. I use it often during the time Emma and I spent in Legram, too. It sounds funny when I say it out loud, but swimming has always been a way for me to wash away my concerns and hesitations. Of course, Emma had a similar reaction to yours whenever I did. It's not funny at all, really. I get what you mean. As a noble, I found myself thinking a lot about what happened here in this province. It is true that what Duke Alborea did to Celtic is beyond forgivable. However, one could also argue that he never would have employed such tactics if war had never broken out. It's clear that his position in both the four great houses and the noble alliance is what drove his actions. You may have a point. There's no guarantee that any other noble wouldn't have ended up doing the same. But what's funnier than what you said is that I'm technically a noble too, but I never even thought of things like that before. We still have a long way to go. Not just in swordsmanship either. It doesn't benefit us to single-mindedly dedicate ourselves purely to that. Still, I feel that we're able to make it through this. We will be so much stronger thanks to the experience. I want to rise above every challenge life throws my way, both as a swordsman and as a noble. Naturally, that involves trusting in others rather than attempting to deal with those challenges alone. Perhaps you're an ideal partner to keep me in check, Reen. Laura? I didn't mean anything special by that, mind you. It's just that since you also happen to be a swordsman, we should strive to motivate each other. I'm just curious to see where we can go from here. There are many incredible warriors taking part in the war, but together, I believe we can catch up to them. And just maybe we'll be able to reach the strength of the Lance Maiden herself. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing just how far our swordsmanship will take us. The two talked for a while longer before deciding to walk back into town. Huzzah! Alright. Hey, Toa. Toa, is something wrong? Oh, no, it's nothing. I was just thinking about Boreahard's finally been freed from the Duke's clutches and ended up spaced out. You know how when you finish something you're really nervous about and all the exhaustion washes over you at once? That's what I'm going through, but don't worry about me. I'll be back on the ship by the time everyone else is. The more she tells me not to worry, the more worried I get. I wonder if she needs to talk to someone. Mind if I sit with you for a while? There's a really nice breeze here, so I figured it might be a good spot to relax. Oh, sure, go ahead. I don't want to sound pushy here, but, well, if you have something on your mind, Toa, I'm more than willing to listen. Huh? I realize that I might not be able to offer any real help, but you've done so much for everyone, and me personally, both at Thor's and on the Courageous. That's why I want to do whatever I can for you in return. That's really sweet of you, Reen. Thanks. To tell the truth, I'm not really sure if I'm the best fit to be the Courageous' captain anymore. Part of me wishes I declined back when Viscount Arcade asked me. Can I ask why? Well, we managed to set Boreahard free and have Duke Alborea arrested, right? But when you think about it, that won't do much to ease the pain for those in Celtic. It won't bring back those that we have lost either. And it's not just that. Think back to when Fiona was taken hostage or what happened with Angie. In the end, I just stood there uselessly waiting for you guys to solve everything. All while having the Courageous at our disposal, too. That's why I can't help but wonder what a more capable captain would have been able to accomplish. Have you been bottling this stuff up all this time? Sorry for unloading on you. I promised myself I'd be a much stronger person, and yet here I am, fretting over every little thing. I'm really not suited to be your captain at all, am I? There was no one more suited than you, Toa. My hat! Whew! Can't have her captain, not have her hat. Thanks for getting it back for me, but still. Trust me when I say that your warriors couldn't be further from the truth. I can't think of a single person more suited to be our captain than you. But, Reen, in the end, we're still students. We don't have the kind of experience Prince Olivert and Viscount Arcade do. There's no way anybody expects you to be able to do what they can. But despite that, you took it upon yourself to accept such a crucial position in Viscount Arcade's place. You're doing everything you can to fulfill that role, even when you're just a student. Seeing you work like that is what's inspired all of us, you know? We wouldn't be the same team without you. That's not true. I'm certain that everything we've done so far is bringing us one step closer to taking back our school. Accomplishing that will probably be our biggest challenge yet, though. And that's exactly why we need you. Having you alongside us is the greatest motivation we could ever ask for. Of course, we have no intention of letting this be one-sided. We'll be there for you as much as you are there for us. You mean it, Reen? Boy, you're awfully convincing, huh? You're right. We should be using our worries as a means to better ourselves, shouldn't we? I'm such a dummy for forgetting something as simple as that. Hey, we all have our moments. It won't be long now until we can finally take back Thor's. We're gonna go all out and make it a reality, right? Right. Your bond with Toa strengthened. You and President Toa are getting really close now. Milliam, what are you up to? Which one do I want? Hey, Milliam, never pictured you as the bookstore type. What are you looking for? I'm not. I just want a good book for making sweet stuff. After all our hard work, I thought it'd be nice to make a treat for everyone. Wow, that's really thoughtful of you. I'm sure the others will be thrilled. It's kind of surprising to hear that she thought this up out of the blue, too. Just you wait. You guys are gonna love it, whatever it is. No promises I won't eat it all before you get the chance to try it, okay? It might be too delicious to resist. As thoughtful as she's being, I'm kind of nervous about letting her cook on her own. What do you say to letting me be your sous chef on this one? If you want. But I get to order you around and you can't get in my way or you will suffer the consequences. Deal? You got it. No idea where that confidence is coming from, but now I can make sure she doesn't blow anything up. We should probably start by deciding what we want to make first. After some deliberation, the two settled on making an apple tart. They made a quick supply stop in a store in Boreahard, and then headed to the Courageous' kitchen, rolled up their sleeves, and got to work. Hi-ya! Be careful, Milliam. Look, this is how you're supposed to hold it, see? Oh, why are you always cramping my style? Cooking's all about heart, and I've got tons of that. Well, you're going to stab me in the heart if you don't stop brandishing that kitchen knife like a deadly weapon. Oh, my arm's going dead. Can I stop whisking this now? Sure, if you don't want it to rise properly in the oven. Come on. Stop whining and concentrate. And no tasting until it's done. Oh, fine, fine. Full speed whisking ahead. Great, now we just need to wait for it to cool. Oh, I'm so excited. Is it ready yet? It's been less than a minute. Watching over and supporting Milliam proved to be no small task. Thankfully, the apple tart was successfully completed. Yay, we're finally done! And look how nice it looks. It's really magical what can happen when you don't use salt instead of sugar. Oh, why'd you have to ruin the moment by bringing that up? Still, thanks for all the help. You're welcome. It was fun. This idea kind of came out of left field, though. When I think of you, I think of destruction, not creation. Any particular reason you decided to make something for a change? I don't know. I just feel kinda something. Like, it's hard to describe, but I've got these weird tightness in my chest that won't go away. I think it first showed up when I saw what happened in Keldic. It's got me all restless. I always feel like I've got to do something. It doesn't matter what as long as I do it. I was hoping the feeling would go away when we caught Duke Alberea, but that didn't happen. If anything, Eustace having to arrest his dad only made things worse. Any idea what I've got, Dr. Reen? I know exactly what you got, and it's not anything unusual. It's called sadness. Everyone feels it sometimes, but I guess this might be the first time you have. So that's what this is. Neat. I had no idea. I've never felt like this before. It's kind of out of character for me, though. Personally, I think this might actually be a good thing. It's a sign that you're growing and maturing. As a person, I mean, not as an intelligence agent. I'm growing? Sad things happen. It's a fact of life. But it's by overcoming those things and moving past them that we can grow as people. Don't be ashamed of how you're feeling. There's no reason to hide it. If you're sad, there's no reason to hide it if you're sad. You matter too much to do that to yourself. You really think so? Okay. I'm still not totally sure how to deal with how I'm feeling right now, but thanks for talking to me about it. Their sad conversation complete, Reen and Milliam put the finished apple tart in the fridge to share with the rest of their friends later. Afterwards, they both left the Courageous and returned to Brayhard. Yeah, Milliam. Milliam arrived. Let's go to the airport. I want to chill with our angelic princess. Those cryptids you fought seem to be truly fearsome opponents. I know how difficult it must have been to slay them all, but you should be very proud of all you've done. Remember, those who once feared them will now be able to sleep more easily at night, and it's all because of you. I really hope so, Your Highness. And you're right, they were ridiculously strong, and they were like nothing we'd ever fought before either. Them showing up is one thing, but just appearing all over the place in such a short time span is more than a little odd. I agree, it's unsettling in a word. The war been showing no signs of ending either. It's only getting worse. That should be the war's been, or the war has been. We likely won't stop bumping into them until we figure out what's causing them to appear in the first place. Still, I'd rather you didn't worry too much, Your Highness. All that means is that we'll keep doing what we've always been doing. We've got the Courageous. No matter where a cryptid's causing trouble, we can fly there and take care of it in a flash. You really are dependable, Reen. Hearing that, it's hard to imagine anyone more fitting to receive this. I've seen this emblem before. It's called the Medal of Strength, and it's one of the medals that make up the Order of the Phoenix Wings. I can hardly think of a better way to show your strength than by defeating creatures beyond our comprehension like those. So please, accept it. I'd like nothing more. I'm so envious of Elise for having such a dependable brother. You think she'd be willing to share? You could be my brother for half the week while she has Prince Oliver. I'm not sure that would be very fair on Prince Oliver. Not to worry, Reen, I was only joking. Or was I? The 10 speed is good. Like, it's so good. The extra 10 speed from the Abyss Shadow. It would seem they're about to hold mass over at the cathedral. I'm thinking of sneaking in, kinda incognito, but... Huh? Something the matter? It's nothing, just pretend I didn't say anything. Oh, and try and get some rest, Reen. You must be exhausted. She seems like she's got something on her mind. Let's talk to her about it. Would you mind if I joined you, Your Highness? I'd feel much more at ease if I at least escorted you to the cathedral, just as a precaution, of course. Would you, Reen? Thank you so much for your concern. Shall we be off then? Seeing Brayhard's cathedral up close is always breathtaking. You've been to Brayhard before, haven't you? That's right. I have a number of noble acquaintances here, even. Speaking of which, today's mass seems to have attracted more of them than usual. Looks like it's intended as an occasion to mourn the losses suffered by Celtic. Oh. Judging by all the people I saw go in, it'll probably be a fairly large event. So it seems. I plan to attend as well, to offer my prayers to the market manager, but... No, it's nothing. Let's go inside, Reen. And so Reen and Princess Elfin entered the cathedral to attend the mass currently being held. Of course, they were careful to sit behind the majority of the attendees to avoid standing out. However, during the sermon... I'm sure you've all heard by now the terrible tragedy that took place in Celtic recently. In light of this, let us offer up our prayers to the people there. May Adios be with them all. Rest in peace, Autumn. What's going to happen to us from here on out? I can't believe they actually arrested Duke Alvarea. Not to mention the fact that we've been removed from the Noble Alliance's jurisdiction. But why, though? I see no reason to accept the Imperial Army when our own army is still intact. Duke Alvarea certainly has made a muck of things this time. Are these people for real? Aren't we supposed to be mourning the people of Celtic? There's a time and a place for self-pity, and it sure as hell isn't now. Besides, surely Celtic was partly to blame for what happened too, no? I heard all about their belligerent attitude towards Duke Alvarea. And yet he was arrested for simply for teaching them a lesson? Disgraceful, I know. The beloved empire certainly has been on the decline these past couple of years. I can't take much more of this. Just who in the world do you people think you are? Huh? Who dares to raise their voice during Holy Mass? Wait, I know that face. Princess Alphen? How could you make light of what happened in Keldic? Do you genuinely believe that it's none of your concern that Keldic deserved its fate? Is this how you treat your fellow Erebonians? Don't you realize that by putting aside such social labels, this tragedy could have been prevented? Your Highness. But maybe I'm not one to talk. I may have shared the same sentiments as all you had I continued to live my cozy life in Heimdall. I would have done little other than pity them without making an attempt to truly understand the gravity of the matter. In the end, it would have been just another event in the long list of things to eventually forget. But please, I beg of you, please realize that whether they are a noble or a commoner, every life matters. The people who suffered in Keldic, who lost their lives because of this war, are no less important than any of us. Each and every one of them lived a life of their own and had a future ahead of them until it was ripped away. Your Highness. Your Highness. Reen. So please, I ask anyone in disagreement with the Duke's arrest to go see Keldic for themselves. If that's not enough to convince you his arrest was the right thing to do, then by all means, bring your complaints to me. I swear on the Arnor household that I will listen to every single one of you in earnest. Noble bastards. After Alphen's speech, they left the cathedral that had turned deathly quiet. From there, Reen escorted her back to the airport. The entire way, she struggled to hold back her tears. She shouldn't have to hold them back. People are assholes. Thank you, Reen. I've gotten a hold of myself now. Oh, how embarrassing it is to act like that during a holy mass. I'm sure my brother would have been able to handle that situation much better. Prince Albert would have handled that in his own way, sure. That doesn't make your actions any less worthy of respect, however. You don't think it was too much? I mean it when I say that speech hit very close to home. That's why I'm sure some of the nobles there must have been impacted the same way. If anything, I'd say you've made me feel more proud to be a member of the Empire than ever before. Did I? Reen, with the head stroking. I'm sure when this war comes to an end, your words will be able to reach even more people, too. Until then, all we can do is keep fighting. Thank you, Reen. Hearing you say that is such a relief. Happy to help, Your Highness. Let's just focus on doing what we can for now, okay? Please don't forget that we're all here to support you. Thank you. After Reen escorted Princess Alphen to the Courageous, he headed back to town. Okay. Visit Duke Alborea's mansion. I don't want to visit Duke Alborea's mansion. Duke Alborea is a dick. I hate him. It's the recording timer. We should have enough time to get this in order. The size of this place never ceases to amaze me. Both the Duke and Scarlet are being held here, I think. Dust. He shouldn't be quarantined to his house. He should be fucking held in his fucking cell in the RMP. Like, he should not be under house arrest here.
This is incredible. It's not as grand as Valflame Palace, but I doubt you'll find many mansions this fancy. The Duke's residence is certainly befitting of his status.
You came after all, Reen.
Yeah, I gotta smack some sense into your dumbass dad.
Yeah, I was kinda hesitant to come and visit in case I got in your way, though.
No, it's fine. Everything is largely settled here now. I will leave the rest to you, then.
As you wish. Leave everything to us, and we will strive and make things as comfortable for your father as possible.
Why? He doesn't deserve it.
You have my thanks.
He's a fucking murderer.
He's Captain Claire's adjutant, isn't he?
Adjutant.
Indeed, and quite a skilled one at that.
Like, Duke Alberea does not deserve to be comfortable after what he fucking did to Keldic.
He and his men will be managing the mansion together while keeping my father in custody.
Throw him in a goddamn jail cell.
At least until the war comes to an end.
Oh, right.
There's no need to look so glum. He deserves to answer for his crimes much like others.
Then have him answer for his crimes the same way anybody else would.
He should be grateful he hasn't been handcuffed and thrown in a cell.
That's what he needed to be.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. Oh, yeah, Scarlet's here too, right?
She's currently receiving treatment in the annex. She remains bedridden, but her life is in no real danger, or so I hear.
That's good.
If you'd like to speak with her, you should go and pay her a visit. Meanwhile, I'll be going to my room to get ready for departure. If you need anything at all, feel free to come by and see me.
Thanks, Eustace. Will do. Wait a sec. Where is his room anyway? I don't know where the annex Scarlet's in is either. I guess I'll have to ask someone.
Or just follow the map.
Oh.
I knew it would be you. Did you come to listen to me whine and complain about you?
I know you didn't want me to save you, but you don't have to hate me for it.
I was just joking. I don't care what happens to me. Whether I live or die or get executed as a terrorist, what happens, happens.
Stop being so flippant about the whole thing. But you seem to be a little more cheerful than I was expecting you to be. Well, it sounds like you're doing all right at least.
My only complaint is that I wasn't allowed to ascend to heaven like I wanted to. But perhaps this is just how it was meant to be.
Bold of you to assume you're actually going to ascend to heaven and not plunge to Gehenna.
I wish I could tell you. You said you used to be a sister, right? You mentioned something about training over in Arteria, too.
I did. Though that training was a long time ago. That really takes me back.
So that wasn't a lie? Sorry. It wasn't that I didn't believe you, it's just...
I'll have you know I grew up in one of the most pious families in the country. Hard as that may be to believe, I was so happy when I was first invited to join the church. I doubt you'd know, but the church is a fairly complex organization with plenty of divisions within it. The part I was invited to join was an organization called the Congregation for the Sacraments. They're a group full of immensely skilled people who take on some unique missions. It made me happier than you could imagine to be recognized by people like that at such a young age. I didn't have any special abilities of my own, but I left home, trained my hardest, and eventually became a squire.
A squire? As in a kind of knight? I thought you said you became a sister. Unless you're saying the church has knights too. Ugh, I'm getting confused now.
Anyone would be in your position. Their image of the church begins and ends with priests and mass. As it was, my days in Arteria came to an abrupt end just before I went out on my first mission. I got word of what had happened. I hurried back to Erebonia as fast as I could, but I was too late to do anything.
Lady Scarlet, I think you should get some more rest.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you strain yourself.
You really are a softie. If you want to hear the rest, you'll have to come back another time. So, if you're interested.
It's hard to imagine someone going from being a sister to a terrorist, but that's just what happened. I'm still convinced that it would have been a waste for her to have died back there. I'm glad she seems to have calmed down for now. I'll have to come back another time to see how she's doing.
Alright, courageous time. get back on board our skyboat. Should I go back inside? I feel like there's still more to see here in Brayard. Nah, I suppose I'll head back inside. I can sit and wait for the others to get back. Reen! Looks like I caught you at just the right time. Were you planning on going inside too? Oh, hello. What's wrong? You seem all flustered. Well, we got a message from the guy still inside the ship. They said that something's happened over in Crossbell. In Crossbell? We saw the city covered by a blue barrier from where Grelia Fortress was. But it's not that, I'm guessing. Believe it or not, it's something even weirder. We're planning to go and get a closer look at it. Would you mind grabbing everyone else still in town and bringing them back here? We'll be getting everything ready for liftoff in the meantime. Okay, I'll be back as soon as I can. I'll leave everything here to you. Reen quickly left behind his classmates. Once everyone was gathered at Brayard Airport, they boarded the Courageous and promptly took off. Nice.
Up a rank you go! Here's a bonus from the Academy.
Grail Locket.
Well done! I'm so proud of you!
Hey, I got my S rank. Which I don't think what I would have gotten had I not apprehended Phantom Thief B. Alright, what's going on in Crossbell? Course to the east-northeast is clear. All hands remain vigilant. The ship's approaching maximum cruising speed. We should be getting close to the fortress soon. Please get in touch with the 4th Armored Division and the Railway Military Police. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh my, I think I see something in the distance. What the? I'm getting some very strange readings here.
Oh, I can see Crossbell now.
There seems to be something emitting light in the distance as well.
What in the world is that?
Oh hey, the Azure Tree from Trails to Azure. Cool.
I don't know.
I know. I played the Crossbell games. I know what that is.
That blue barrier that was surrounding the city before is gone.
So we're currently nearing the end of the second Crossbell game.
But now there's something even more unbelievable in its place.
An Azure Tree?
Yeah, it looks like a tree to me too. It's got all those branches coming out of it.
I don't think trees so vast even exist in legend. Never mind in reality.
Yeah, there's something completely otherworldly about it.
Do you know what it is, Celine?
I wish I did. There's nothing like that in any of the clan's legends.
Just what is happening over in Crossbell?
Bunch of crazy shit, Sarah. Bunch of crazy shit.
Now that's damned impressive. It must be over 2,000 arch tall.
Oh, never thought I'd come face to face with something that big in my lifetime. Life's just full of surprises.
Oh, this is the very essence of beauty. So this is the fruit of the Azure Zero project, a testament to the power of human obsession.
Looks like everything did go according to plan. Not that any other outcome was ever a possibility with my illustrious lord lending a hand.
So that showed up as a result of that phantasmal blaze plan of yours? And you're planning on spawning something like that over here, too?
That we are. What you see before you is a miracle born of human hands, made manifest by the Zero Child. The end of the second movement is finally nigh. Let the preparations begin. This story's finale is bound to be one to remember.
Chirp, chirp. Zoom and chirp, chirp and zoom.
Guess it's almost time to wrap things up. Wonder if it'll go how she and Campanella wanted to, though.
Alright, what's going on in Heimdall? I should have saved before getting on the boat. On the ship.
Excuse us, Lord Rufus.
The Gwyn and Bardius.
Well. If it isn't General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius, I had thought you were still on the Western Front. Might I ask what brings you here?
Do you even need to ask?
Yes, he does. That's why he
First
asked.
Ruhr, now Bereahard. The Eastern Front is collapsing as we speak. I see no reason for us to remain in the West any longer.
I wouldn't go quite that far, General. As long as the West remains well protected, Heimdall will not fall. As for Nortia and the elements which sided with Duke Alberea, they could always abandon their neutrality. The war is still ours for the winning. That hasn't changed.
An impressive analysis.
By the way, would you happen to know anything about that vast tree that's sprouted up in Crossbow? Is it even a tree to begin with?
I haven't viewed it from up close, but the pictures were like nothing I'd ever seen. It could be completely harmless, but it's likely causing Erebonians in the East no shortage of anxiety just by being there.
I quite agree, and that concerns me as well. Still, Duke Cayenne insists its appearance was planned. There should be nothing to fear.
Really now?
I was aware he was affiliating himself with some suspicious society of sorts.
What happens behind the scenes is of no concern to us, I suppose. We are warriors. We live to fight on the battlefield. So, dear Chief of Staff, who is our next opponent to be?
Getting right down to business, I see. I'd like for the two of you to defend the capital. Your opponents are to be the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions, who will be advancing upon it within the next few days.
Oh, is that so?
What? So they're risking everything in an attempt to take back Heimdall?
That is what I predict will happen, yes. I think Craig the Red and One-Eyed Zex will prove to be enough entertainment for the two of you, wouldn't you agree? After all, only the best will do for the 2 strongest soldiers the Provincial Army has to offer.
All right, you win. You have my attention. The prospect alone has my blood boiling in anticipation.
I concur. Very well. We shall do as you say. This is sure to be a clash for the ages.
Same time, under Valflame Palace. Cedric Rice Arner.
I had no idea all this existed right under the palace. Duke Cayenne, can I ask exactly where we're going?
There is no need to look so concerned, Your Highness. The place we are traveling to is to the center of this city. No, this country. And a place that governs a great power. It is where everything both ends and begins.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Please, be careful of your footing. If you were to fall off the platform, you most assuredly would go splat and die.
Now, It won't do to frighten him, and I must say, I don't recall doing so ever being part of your duties.
Pardon me. I believe we're almost there.
I've been waiting for you.
Vita Clotilde? The opera singer? What are you doing in a place like this?
Greetings, witch. I see that tree emerged successfully.
It certainly did. All that remains now is to continue the preparations here. However, let me remind you that under no circumstance...
If you would, spare me. You've made yourself perfectly clear on occasions past. I am hardly enough of a fool to attempt to defy commands from a witch.
What are the two of you talking about, and why did you bring me here?
Patience, Your Highness. All will be clear in due time. Oh my, could this be it?
Looks like something bad.
What is that thing? What's this feeling?
Marvelous! Marvelous! This is the legendary demon said to wield 1,000 weapons, the Crimson Calamity, which was sealed away by Saint Sandblot and Drykels 250 years ago, and a fragment of the great power! The Vermilion Testarossa!
Well, that's not good.
The Azure Tree? That's the name of the bizarre tree that appeared in Crossbell, then?
Yeah, I found it out from the guild branch over there. Things still seem to be tense over in their direction. No one's really sure what it's for or what it can do. Don't think it'll have any direct effect on Erebonia, though.
Well, I suppose that's good news. Sort of.
Still, people on this side of the country are understandably feeling uneasy about it.
Yeah, people have enough to worry about without a giant glowing tree sprouting up from out of nowhere.
Anyone would start feeling nervous at the sight of such a thing.
At least it should keep Calvert off our backs for a while, right? They're as clueless as we are on what that thing is, and they're not going to risk an attack before they know for sure.
Exactly. In a sense, it's doing the same thing for us the barrier around Crossbell City did before it up and vanished. It's probably the best distraction Erebonia could ask for about now.
Oh, is that what your bracer instincts are telling you?
It doesn't take a bracer to think that, Eustace. If Calvert were to invade right now while the war's going on... True. The situation we're under is plenty chaotic as it is.
Indeed.
All we can do right now is keep doing what we always have, and gather information. I'm sure we can do something to improve the situation here, but we don't know enough to decide what that something is.
I'm with Gaius. Let's just take a deep breath and do the best we can.
That's the best attitude to have right now, too. One thing we could do is keep looking around for other Thor students. We could always use more help, right?
We still need more Zemirian ore, too.
Oh, that's right. And there are still more spirit shrines left to explore as well.
Strangely enough, our best course of action is to simply continue doing what we've always done, albeit with renewed dedication.
That works for me.
Sounds like you've got things covered in the east, which means that all that's left for me is to wish you good luck. Take care of them. Okay, Sarah?
What else would I do? And you take care of yourself, too. We wouldn't want anything to happen to you before you reunite with your dearest Carnelia, now would we?
Yeah. Would you just drop that already? Anyway, keep it up, guys. I'll be in touch.
Oh, there goes all my fun.
What was all that about?
Toval's girlfriend? It did sound that way.
For further details, please consult a certain famous novel about a certain lovable scamp. Now certainly available in all bookstores.
Poor Toval. Anyway, should probably get to work. The best place to start would be checking the latest requests from Prince Oliver.
Alright. The trouble you helped resolve here in Legram has, shall we say, unresolved itself, and continues to worsen. We believe the cause may again lie within Lohengrin Castle. As such, we would ask your class to investigate it and see if you can resolve whatever the problem may be. Please contact us at Legram Bracer Guild if you are able to assist us. I want to hold a concert to show the people of Kelvic that all is not lost and help them start to heal. Would you be willing to aid me, Class 7? I'm hoping for Elliot in particular. If so, please come meet me in Kelvic Chapel. We can figure things out from there. Do you remember the scenic views of Aurochs Canyon? The days we spent there so in love? Wait, wrong letter. Anyway, Reen, my good man, I've received word of a dangerous monster on Aurochs Canyon path. Could you be a dear and take care of it for me?
There's a request from Rosine about Kelvic.
Yeah, if we can, I'd love to help her out.
Me too. It's the least we can do after all the market manager did for us.
I'm in agreement. We should try and help her if time permits.
Klaus also has something in mind for us, it would seem. And that being said, I think it'd be best if I were to accompany you for the time being.
I'd like to come along too, especially since we have the spirit shrines to worry about. Of course, Celine will be coming with me. You'll need both of us to get through the shrines after all.
That sounds fine by me. Thanks.
All right then, let's go.
I mean, I wasn't going to remove Laura from the party. Guys needs to level up a bit. Okay. We're going to call the video here for now. Till next time, everybody.